It's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450. And time now for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
Good morning, Doug. And something, it's for the first time, and we've talked about it over the years, for the first time, I've been engaged.
Engaged?
At the beginning of the divorce.
Oh, engaged at the,
At the beginning.
Okay, I'm not sure I understand what you're doing here. What do you mean?
Well, the person walked in, engaged me, gave me a retainer,
Oh.
blah, 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 blah,
Oh.
and wants me to be with them throughout the divorce before the first hearing has even happened.
Now, what's the big advantage for your client to do it that way?
The big advantage is you get to make all the adjustments while they're happening, not next year after the attorney didn't know what the best tax advice was.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
now, the way it's happening, I mean, the petitioner, and my client happens to be the petitioner, and they filed the petition, the divorce petition. And, of course, here comes the response back.
All right.
Well, now I'm there from the first response. And now the next meeting will be with the petitioner and their attorney as we start analyzing everything that's needed. And then she has a tax accountant now who will help clarify with the attorney if there really needs to be a response or what the response should be. And Doug, I am just ecstatic because it's the first time in my tax practice representation career that somebody has walked. Now, it's happened kind of with clients that you already have, okay? There's been some of that.
Right, okay.
But
you
this
knew
is
we're going
someone
through divorce.
who has engaged me to help them in the divorce like people engage me to represent them in front of the IRS. I haven't known this individual, haven't done any work for them before. They just decided they needed an enrolled agent to be with them during this process in their life, and they happened to end up on my doorstep.
And that's going to be a way of them securing things in advance when it comes to knowing what their tax liabilities are going to be.
You get your tax advice before it's too late.
Yeah, and that's important.
I would think so.
Now, what's an example of you get your tax advice after the fact and it's too late?
Well, I can't go into the details, or somebody would figure out, especially if anybody from the court system is listening, but there are things that you would do differently that you would only say, do it this way because I'm a tax accountant.
Uh-huh.
An attorney or the petitioner or the respondent wouldn't do it that way. They wouldn't even know to do it that way, as we're trying to accomplish the same end.
And this makes it less complicated and less costly for
Doug,
the tax liability?
Here's what it does. I can't give you the example, but what we're going to do or propose would bring clarity to how to get to the 50-50 level.
A path.
Exactly. It would bring clarity, and it would structure what's going on.
Now, what's the other side think of this?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
But what does it matter what the other side thinks of this?
Now, what if they get armed with a tax accountant as well?
Well, I from what I've seen, they already are.
Okay.
Because of the way the initial response was drawn up.
Well, interesting. So this is kind of a new sort of a new venture for you, although you've had regular clients that you have assisted them when they're going through divorce.
Well, it's a new venture for me to be this involved in the situation right from the outset,
from the get-go.
Yeah.
Well, we're just about out of time now. If you need the services of Everett Hughes, you can give him a call at 533-4131 and go to that handy-dandy website.
EverettHughes.com, which is getting handier and more dandy as the days progress.
All righty. We'll talk to you next week.
Certainly will.
Bye-bye.
Certainly will.
Bye-bye.